The sign up list is open and will remain open. I'll echo that sentiment from my friend Paul. When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Type shit. Type all the kids. Keep going on about. Fuck a private. Send it from a personal account. Gotta hawk it to ya. Hiding poison in my mouth. Glands holding the components to a copious amount. If I find out that you're really homies for the cloud. If I find out coded in directions that you route. If your loyalty leads only to contention in the drought, the confession that you flout will only poison you with, I've been hacking weeds. Crazy if you sprout with a sprayer that I tout. I'm cleaning layers of the ground. When it's ready for exposure, pick the pen up like a joust. Defending any venomous behavior as aroused from the doldrums that a poet tries daily to renounce. If the devil tries to trick us speaking only when I bounce, I'm spinning off of Raven like it's Corey in the house. The chamber that I open leaves a hole where you pronounce. Choke on every word till it breaks your gastronomy. My shape into the quantity. My circle takes in quality. You say what you've been banking on. Thoughts of your economy. Watch how much consumption's interrupting your autonomy. Reserve your reactions to the actions of the colony. And really only speak when you could teach instead of following. You lived a life of bad advice. Lost some opportunes. Could hold the ticker tape parade full all the caution that you threw. You're exactly who I'm thinking of to consummate a plan. Shut the cellar door. I'll go and oscillate the fan while I roll out a board. You can find where it fits. You can move to the front. No one minds where you sit. On approach, I will interpret what it was I tried to draw for you. I pinned up a bunch of pictures. You're like, are we taking down the mafia? Look closer. And you'll notice that there's Polaroids of each of you. Orders are to make a line and take yours to your seats of you. So glad to meet with you. Break bread and eat with you. Skipped initiation, there's a reason this is reaching you. I broke the algorithm to reveal the infrastructures built by the society of real motherfuckers. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Thank you so much for that. And I'm here as your host of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe's collaboration with the International Center of Photography. Who am I? I'm your host. My name is Brian, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. And on the sign-up sheet today, we got a world-class show coming up for all of you. All right? If you have not signed up for this thing, please do so. It's going to be on this table to the left of me right there with a pen handy. Don't be shy. All right? We got all afternoon. Not really. We have like an hour or so. Get up on this thing and sign up if you haven't. Okay? Thank you for coming on a Saturday afternoon. I hope. Did everyone check out the gallery yet? Okay, if you haven't, please do. It's going to be open for a couple more hours. And today is about community. It truly is. This Center of Photography is a vital part of this community, educating and obviously showing off just this art that's surrounding us right now, and that, of course, builds community. We need spaces like this. And also, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a space not too far from here. That's where our original location was, and is. Currently, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe over in we are in the Lower East Side, not too far away from here, is under reconstruction, specifically Nuyorican construction. That's why if you pull up there right now, there's a whole bunch of guys in hard hats, all right? But coming 2026, friends, it's going to be open again, and you're going to come by for like the ribbon cutting. Is there going to be ribbon cutting, Ron? Probably? Okay, you're going to pull up to the ribbon cutting? I guarantee it's going to blow your mind. We're going to have multiple theaters. We're going to have a backyard to hang out in. Of course, we're going to have archives of the over 50 years, 50 years of spoken word poetry and just art that has come through there that has really united the Lower East Side and pretty much this whole city. This is going to be the epicenter of spoken word and poetry in general for the Eastern Seaboard. Can we call it the whole East Coast, right? All right, so I hope you, of course, pull up. But until then, until 2026, we do umbrella events all over the city such as this one. We also do slams over at the Bowery Poetry Club. We do an online open mic that we've been doing since before COVID. There's so many ways to tap in and access our events. But of course, you can go to Nuyorican.org, right, for all the up-to-date stuff, and follow us on Instagram, right, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe on IG. And that's the only way you can touch your phone tonight, folks. If you could do me a favor and turn your phones on silent, because this is an open mic. And some people are going to share some stuff, right? That's maybe be a little sensitive. We want to be, of course, courteous to them and give them the space. So please turn your phones on silent for the duration of the mic, and take a phone call elsewhere if you have to. There's not that many rules for this open mic, right, Paul? This is just, we're here right now. We're going to share what we got to share. Of course, did I say not many rules? There are a couple of rules. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? No hate speech. We don't want none of that. We don't want to get naked in this place, right? That's a general rule itself. Let's point out the exit signs, boom, over there. Also, the restrooms are boom, over there as well. This is like an abridged version of the open mic that we're going to be doing again in September at the Loisaida Center. So I'm the host of that. Ron, it's me. You ain't got to ask. I'm standing right in front of you. Right here. Okay, so again, tap in to find out when we start that open mic again. But this is an abridged version. We're just going to go through it. The general rules: no nudity, no hate speech. All right, and of course, keep your phones on silence and talking to a minimum, at least in between everyone's acts. Am I missing anything, Paul? Okay, yes, of course. This is how you move the mic. All right. We twist and turn, lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? That's how we do things around here. Boom. It's very simple. If you need help, I'll probably adjust the mic up to your face, when you come up here. We're going to go in order as everyone has signed in from top to bottom. And of course, when someone is up next, we use baseball terminology. We say things like on deck. All right, so I'm going to say blah, blah, blahs first, and on deck is the next person, and that's how we will do this open mic. Hey, hold on a second, Paul. How many people it's like their first time at an open mic? Performing at an open mic. Oh, you brave souls. Thank you so much. How many people have been to open mics before, done this thing, or like seasoned vets? Okay, well, at my open mics, we are all equal, all right? In Jersey, we say something like this. We say, day by day, it gets better and better. When I say day by day, you say it gets better and better. Day by day, day by day. And so this open mic, you're just going to get better. All right? Person that is doing this for the first time, person that is doing this for the millionth time, you're going to get better. And aside from that, expressing yourself is just good for the psyche. All right? It will enlighten you. It will make you one, and that's important for the community in general. At the end of this open mic, in some way, shape, or form, you will be better. And that's every Nuyorican Poets Cafe event. All right? So can we start the show? Yes. Okay, wonderful. Oh, I usually wait until the first. Okay, all right. Paul, you see me do this thing many times. All right, so at an open mic, if you have never been to one, especially at a poetry one, because I'm assuming this is all poetry today, we snap when we like something. Can we practice snapping with our thumbs? Okay. Can we practice stomping if we really like something? I know this is concrete and pretty, but you can stomp still. And of course, if you really like something, you can go, woo, ready, set, go, woo. Woo, okay. And that's how you show your appreciation. Feel free to do that, all right? A lot of people get up here, they're nervous, they need that crowd interaction, especially our first few performers. Martin, where you at? You're on deck, pal. That's next. But first, coming up to the open mic, we have Alan, Gary. Give it up for Alan, y'all. Yes, but you. Oh. Come close. Closer.
Okay, yeah.
Closer. Too close.
Okay. Perfect. Good afternoon, friends and fellow poets. I am Alan Gary, and today's theme is community. So I'd like to share something that I wrote a few days ago. It's about my family. So here's some more information that I am gifting to you because you are gifting being here. We are all familia today and hopefully forward as well. My mother was Lakota Sioux, raised on the res. When she came to Brooklyn, gave me the gift of life. There she hoped I would thrive. Mom became a school aide, but school failed me instead. So Mom was the one to teach me to read, plus she gave me everything I'd ever need. An Oglala chief once said, "It is the mothers, not the warriors, who create a people and guide their destiny." Remaining in my spirit, everything I do, my mom lives within me. And my father, too. He had his Euro roots. I see things from him, too. Though not as loving, he taught me to pay my dues. Dad was harsh and not so trusting. From him, I learned to survive. Had to be tough, living my life, didn't belong. This might trigger some, but I was called a red N-word, Sometimes Brooklyn was not so nice. Though I had friends, we cared for each other. A few good times, but some met their ends. I do not want to be forgotten, my wish to be remembered. My dreams never surrendered, sometimes feel misbegotten, so I use my voice to make a difference. To face down hate and reach for love, affect one life, that's magnificence. I see the heart of diversity is what ticks in me. Oppression is today's sharp knife, but unity can dull its edge. Like my mother and father too, as well as friends who shared their way. It's up to me to choose my path, because in the end, it's me that makes my bed. Keep hope alive or I am dead. Thank you.
Give it up for Alan, y'all. Wow. Freaking powerful piece. Alan, a regular at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, also on the online open mic. And Alan, yo, you got a hat on? I like your hat, dog. We matching? You can go to our merch store at the Nuyorican website to cop some hats and other pieces of merch. Of course, you're supporting a wonderful nonprofit in doing so. So think about it. All right, it's pretty cool. All right. On deck, I have my phone out. I am. Nala, where are you at? Nala? Nala Lee? Oh, there you are, Nala. Thank you for coming. You're on deck, Nala. But coming to the stage, we have Martin. Give it up for Martin, y'all. Nice to
Hi, my name's Martin. Can you hear me? My name's Martin Cian. Basically, this story is about people in a small town, a community. It's called Zombies Are Dead. Another civil dusk in a sleepy small town named Wordsworth begins this tale of the rising dead. Called out the 3-time Teacher of the Year, non-consecutively, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, Miss Shelley, on Main Street. Zombies, I see dead people walking. Damn, that's old man Kruger walking. He died last year. The horrified, one-eyed patch Howard Phillips called out before he limped back home. Everyone on Main Street ran back home. "Fuck these zombies," Sheriff Hitchcock exclaimed. He stuck a Copenhagen between his cheek and gums. "I'm gonna permanently dead them all." Gathered up Deputy Bates and an arsenal of shotguns and buckshot shells. Held their place at the end of Main Street. In came one zombie, old man Kruger, jacked up Deputy Bates, blew him away with one buckshot. Kept coming, more zombies. Let out a loud belly laugh, Sheriff Hitchcock. He spattered water, tobacco juice on Main Street. Deputy Bates wasn't sure if he was nervous or becoming maniacal. More zombies was coming out of homes. No time to think. The sheriff and the deputy started firing. One by one, the zombies began to fall. Putting box shots in them, zombies met their befall. Quiet now, since the shooting stopped. Right and left, the zombies laid. Snarling can be heard behind Sheriff Hitchcock. Too late. The zombies, 3-time teacher of the year, non-consecutively, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, Miss Shelley, bit into his neck. And I just lost my part. Okay. Utter disbelief. Deputy Bates managed to chamber around and shot them both at close range. Very fast, Sheriff Hitchcock and zombie 3-time teacher of the year, non-consecutively, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, Miss Shelley, disappear from view. Whispering, gentle wind blew south, whipped against Deputy Bates. So quiet the night, no creature stirred, not even a mouse. Extreme exhaustion overtook Deputy Bates. You could see Sheriff Hitchcock and the zombie 3-time teacher of the year, non-consecutively, always the bridesmaid of the bride, Miss Shelley, lying on Main Street, heads missing from the close-range shotgun blast. Somehow, the Copenhagen remained intact, lay nearby. Zombies are dead. Zombies are dead. Deputy Bates uttered, "I'm so sorry, Sheriff." Sheriff Hitchcock let out a loud belly laugh behind Deputy Bates. "I would have done the same thing, Bates, if you were bit." He spat tobacco juice on the ground. Deputy Bates turned around. No one was there, except at the opposite end of the main street, a horde of zombies would charge at him. Hundreds, like the population of nearby towns, led seemingly by a limping zombie one-eye patch, Howard Phillips. With one shell left, Deputy Bates pressed the muzzle of the shotgun under his chin. Suddenly, the horde of zombies erupted into multiple fireballs. 3 F-35 Lightning II fighter jets in V formation roared across the sky. Thank you.
That was some shit, Martin. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Man, that got me in the mood for Halloween, y'all. Is everyone ready? I know. Summer's over. All right, I was over with summer in July. All right, I can't wear blazers in July. I'm ready for Halloween. I'm ready for pumpkin spice. Gabrielle, where you at? Raise a hand, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, Reese. There you are. Okay, you're on deck, Gabrielle. All right. But coming up to the microphone, give it up for Nala, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Come closer.
I think we're good here. Thank you so much. All right, I am the aforementioned first timer. Take it easy on me, guys. It was a cool summer day, about 75 degrees. There was a calmness in the wind. My spirit was at ease. I perched on my stoop, peering out at the block, hand daps and slow strolls as I sat back and watched. With a flick of my bic, I blew smoke in the air as a young girl approaches me, seemingly without fear. She calmly placed her body in the space next to mine, failing to acknowledge my presence. It was as if she was blind. Immediately, I snapped. Who does she think she is? Getting comfy on my stoop, pulling up on my crib? I decided to remain calm, asking kindly for her to leave my space. But she must be blind and deaf because she responded to nothing that I spake. Instead, she slowly turned toward me, our eyes meeting for the first time. She said, "I want to tell you a story. Is that okay? Do you mind?" There was hesitance in my heart, but something told me to listen. There was something about this girl, something that I was missing. She said, "Let me tell you a story of a mother doing her best, who worked countless hours tirelessly, refusing to rest, even when the cancer ate at her body, forcing her to remove her breast, because it wasn't her life she fought for, it was the life of her kids, because how could they survive if she never did?" She said, "Let me tell you the story of the daughter of the mother who worked. She loved her mother dearly, fearlessly protecting her from the evils of the earth. But there was a void needing to be filled with the love from her mother, for she didn't give hugs and declared that she loved her. No intimate exchanges between one another. Her mother's love was providing, and she gave it all she had, but a mother can't do it alone. Where the hell is dad? She said, let me tell you the story of a father so bold that he walked away from his daughter, unloving and cold. There was no need to fear the boys on the corners or the boys in the parks, because he would be the first one to provide her broken heart. I could feel the pain in her stories as she spoke, as if they were my own. It began to feel triggering, sending a shiver through my bones. There's too much pain in these stories, I said. Don't you have a positive one to tell? Of course, there must be balance. So I brought one of those as well. Let me tell you the story of a woman who thrived through the love of friends and family who kept her alive, through the teachers that inspired her, pushing her to be more, breaking glass ceilings and kicking down doors, who one day became a mother and does the best that she can to give her baby all the love that she never had. And as she told this final story, things became so clear. I had finally figured out why the young girl was here. She was my mirror looking deep, deep into my soul, telling the stories of my heart that were left untold. It was clear as day, not difficult at all to see. I recognized this young girl. The young girl was me.
First time, what? I forgot to encourage. Hey, if anyone would like to sign this thing and perform, people in the back just kind of hugging the wall, please pull up. We still got time here. Nala, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I forgot to mention, hey, you can plug yourself. You can plug your social media right before you step off of the mic. So please do so. Nala, where can we find you? Can we find you on the internet? Go pull up on Nala after the mic, y'all. Walk her through the gallery. It's going to be wonderful. All right. On deck, we got MJ. MJ, where are you at? Raise a hand, MJ. Hi, MJ. Coming to the mic. Give it up for Gabrielle, y'all. Gotcha.
Hello, everyone. No, don't record me. I was here to support my friend, who's so amazing. I don't do poetry, so I'm going to do whatever's on my heart. That's my twin. I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? I'd quickly give my freedom to be held in your captivity. I am ready for love. All of the joy and the pain, and all the time that it takes just to stay in your good grace. Lately I've been thinking maybe you're not ready for me. Maybe you think I need to learn security. They say watch what you ask for, 'cause you might receive. But if you ask me tomorrow, I'll say the same thing. I am ready for love. If you please lend me your ear, I promise I won't complain. I just need you to acknowledge I am here. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. I will be patient, kind, faithful, and true to a man who loves music, a man who loves art.
respects the spirit world and thinks with his heart. I am ready for love. If you just lend me your ear, I promise I won't complain. I just need you to acknowledge I am here.
Aside from sitting in the second row with a red hat on, where can we find you, Gabrielle? Go pull up on Gabrielle after this. I'm sure she won't be shy. Thank you so much for sharing that, Gabrielle. What a voice. I was not ready for that. I wasn't. When people can just sing like that, I'm like, yo, Paul, that's not fair. That's not as Asian as I look. I can't sing for nothing. Okay. Court, where are you at? Oh, there you are, Court. Okay, Court is on deck, and this list is looking a little thin after this, so I think we're going to do like another round. If you would like to go again, have another short piece, we can try to fit you in. And of course, if now you've summoned the strength to pull up on this mic and share a piece, get up on here, please, and thank you. Look into that notes app. I'm sure you got something. Just scroll around. Okay. Coming up to the mic, we have MJ All. Give it up for MJ. MJ, where are you? MJ. There you are. Hi.
Cool. Wow, I just have this rush of emotions going through me right now. All right. This piece is called Like Pocketbooks, Women Carry Chaos Inside. When you live in a world where catcalling is still a thing and, ooh, can I taste them lips? Well, I'm just walking down the street, just trying to catch the train. Like pocketbooks, women can carry chaos inside. A woman, the birth mother, the nurturer, a sacred, evolutionary species, endangered and worthy of our protection. Yet we still hear women are too emotional. Oh, she has kids, don't hire her. They're chronically late and always with childcare issues. Flashback. Rewind. In 1850, when enslaved Harriet Tubman headed out for her 90-mile run through the Underground Railroad, her husband John was born a free black man, argued it being too risky. She grabbed her gun and John was left behind. He was afraid to toe the line, so John was left behind. Like pocketbooks, I bet Miss Tubman was familiar with chaos inside. 1939, Hattie McDaniel became the first black woman to receive an Oscar for Best Actress in a supporting role in Gone with the Wind. Did you know that unlike her peers, Hattie was given her award in a nearby hotel inside of the closet where the statues were kept? Like pocketbooks. I'm pretty sure Hattie McDaniel could tell you about chaos inside. In 1952, singer and songwriter Big Mama Thornton wrote and released You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. 4 years later, in 1955, Elvis Presley became wildly popular for singing that same song. Now, given his love of black music and attending blacks-only sanctioned gatherings in the Deep South, like pocketbooks, I bet you Big Mama Thornton knew about chaos inside. As a child in the 80s, public school taught me that when first President George Washington began losing his teeth, his dentist replaced some with wooden teeth. And as a child, I often wondered, if his gums and tongue ever got splinters. It would be several decades later and well into my adult years that I would learn about the ledgers of his dentist. In 1784, Dr. Lemoire reported 6 pounds and 2 shillings as payment for 9 teeth belonging to black slaves. Now, for perspective, Novocaine had not been invented yet. I could still feel the deflowering of my innocence by the chaos inside. My miseducation caused havoc and began mangling my insides. So when I see a woman without a smile, I am quick to offer her mine, because like myself, she too may carry chaos inside. I am on Instagram, 4 letters, N-I-T-E, nightclub girl, N-I-T-E. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was wonderful, MJ. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, on deck, we got Kayvon. Kayvon, where you at? All right, Kayvon's here. Coming up to the microphone, of course. Give it up for Court. We got memorized?
We gonna see.
We gonna see.
Testing, 1, 2. Hey y'all, I'm Court. The piece I'm gonna do is called Closed Casket, and I've never performed it before, so we're gonna see what I got. Goodbye. I don't typically say goodbyes. It's more like a see you later or until next time. But consider this a funeral for everything that left and felt like theft, for everyone that packed bags and before I knew they were already gone, for all of the bridges that burned and ashes of relationships that live in urns. Consider this the goodbyes I never got to say. I don't know how to say goodbye to people that I would beg to stay, experiences I'd lived through over and over again, feelings I'd wrap myself in. I still think about you. Your physical body may never stand before me, and I may not have ever gotten to say what I wanted to say before we parted ways, but you roam my mind. There's a filing cabinet in my brain with your name on it, and it stays open because the hand that I offered you is still held out. The words that I would say to you keep vomiting out, and I fear my brain wouldn't know what to do without you. I fear my heart would stop beating if I let myself forget the feeling, stealing the healing, concealing, not dealing with the fact that now I have to add another angel to my list, have to mourn a soul that's still alive, but I have to feel as if you have died, have to say goodbye to a closed casket, ask it if it's empty, get real close and ask you if you're empty. Does your heart have a hole in it where I used to be? Or did your heart start to heal before you disposed of me, imploded? You see, do you still feel the heat from the flame you lit when you set fire to our bridge? Does your heart ache even just a smidge? The world may never know. So I guess I'll just write my eulogy. Usually seeing the corpse makes this a little easier, knowing that the body is cold, but yours isn't cold or even old. You're still alive. Now it's my job to alter my mind, plan funerals, arrange cremation, debarkation, another goodbye. Not see you later or until next time, because you're gone. And I may have to be dead to you, but my heart still beats. Yours does too, but you made the conscious decision to retreat. Avoiding mourning the loss of you defeats the purpose of this funeral. I may have to say goodbye to a closed casket, but the urn that lives on my desk is still filled with ashes and you are still absent, so goodbye. I'm letting go of the hope to see you later or next time. I'm walking out of this funeral on my journey to healing from all of the relationships that have died. Consider this my final goodbye. Poem. Thank you. Y'all can find me on Instagram at through.sees.lens. That's a letter C, through.sees.lens. Thank you.
All right, again, the list is wide open. We still got a time, so if you want to sign up for your first time on the mic or, again, go again, I'm going to ask for a show of hands who wants to go for a second time after our last performer technically, of course. On the list, we got Kayvon. Give it up for Kayvon, everybody. That's my boy. Yeah. Get up over here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayvon, and my poem is called A Perfect World. In a perfect world, on a round sphere that we call Earth, here is where you won't hear any profanity or feel pain from childbirth. There will be nothing left to fear with only good things to hear. We will all have time to find a blissful and relaxing peace of mind. I will support the exclusion of all of the isms that do harm to us, like sexism, terrorism, and racism. Life without those isms would be a charm. Take me to paradise where the cops who serve and protect are always nice and offer good life advice. Immortality would be a possibility without any chance of harm and death. I would live in a place where I would always take a breath of fresh air and life would always be fair. Everyone will have a clean slate to eliminate the hate that has increased of late. Let's raise our arms to build one another instead of doing it to kill each other. Every idea would make all of the pain fade away, but there is still something to say. Living this life of infallibility would take our ability to deal with hostility. What would personal growth mean without pain? In this perfect world, without growth, there would be nothing to attain. Thank you. You can find me on Instagram at Kayvon the Poet. That is spelled Kavon the Poet. I am also a photographer. I like to walk around and take pictures of murals, graffiti, and stickers. You can find me on Instagram at Novak Samaj. That is spelled Novaksemaj. That's Kayvon James spelled backwards. I also have laminated vinyl stickers. This is my name spelled backwards. And this one is about finding the connection between us and the world. So I put the heart with the earth because I believe that we should appreciate the world as much as ourselves. These are for sale. I'm selling these for $3 each. Let me know if you're interested. Thank you.
Kayvon got merch in his Fetty pack. That was sick. I love it. All right, show of hands. Who wants to go again? Oh my gosh. All right, we got Court. We got Martin. Okay. We got Alex, right? Anybody else want to go again or for the first time? Kayvon, of course, wants to show you his merch again. And behind Kayvon, what's your name, bud? Kerosene? Heck yeah. Gotta watch out for you, all right? And you over there. What's your name? Stella? Estella. Oh, Estella, you're going to do great. Okay. But first, I'm so sorry. MJ. Yeah, we got this thing until 5:30, right, Ron? Yeah, we got so much time. Okay. What's your name? Remy? All right, Estella and Remy. That's gotta be the order that I'm gonna put everybody in. We still have a little bit, even more time too. So if you want to come up here, you can do that. But I would like to bring someone to the stage right now whose work I don't hear enough, but whose presence I see a lot of. Okay, we got Ron. Ron's over here in the white shirt. Give it up for Ron, y'all. Yes. Ron's wearing the merch because Ron works with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe and has for a while now. Ron is just an integral part of our team and just one of the first people that you see at some of our events. So Ron is doing attack and all of that good stuff. But now he's going to do a poem, right, Ron? Or are you going to sing? Come on, Ron. He could bust out some NDRE. All right. All right. Give it up for Ron, everybody. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Give it up for Brian, our host. You know, he's amazing. Really appreciate it. And yes, and also thank you so much, guys, for coming here at the International Center of Photography. We love our collaboration with them. Today, we're actually recording it like for the first time. I know we've done an Instagram Live before, but this time, I think we're going to plan it to put it up on our YouTube channel, though. So if you're not... Exactly. If you're not yet connected with us, you know, we have all the social media links on the sign there. So follow us, sign up for our mailing list. And yeah, and Brian, you know, he's going to be hosting open mics at the Loy Cider Center starting in September again. So come on out for those, you know. So Brian, really appreciate you. And we appreciate ICP, the International Center of Photography, for having us here. So my poem, I wrote this a few years ago. I wrote it during a pandemic to remind me and, you know, to help me a little bit getting through it, because poetry in the Nuyorican Poets Cafe saved my life in making sure that we can get, you know, through all the crazy times. So I appreciate it. And I think it fits a little bit with community, the theme, though, you know, so I'm going to read it to you. Here it is. It's called Shine On. Shine on, writer, have courage, shine your light. Pull out your deepest thoughts and don't be afraid to write. Don't hesitate to pen down silly or happy or serious lines. Others may not understand, but at least you will be out of your own confines. Spread your love, reveal your hurt, shine your cure as best as you can. Your fearlessness may be the medicine or remedy for another woman or man. Be confident, be smart, be resilient, and keep going. Never ever worry or think of stopping or slowing. Even if you don't see light in everything you do, keep writing. It will free you. It will make you, you. Of course, take a rest when needed to recharge and refuel your light. In the meantime, bring out your inner beauty and keep shining bright. That's me. Thank you. Yes, if you want to follow me, I'm Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm at Ron Mark Thompson, Mark with a C, Thompson without a P. I haven't posted so much, but I'm going to get my motivation from the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, from my colleague Paul, who is in charge of our social media, and from Brian, and I think I'm going to start posting a little bit more. I already posted some stories, you know, as well, though. So thank you. And by the way, Brian has a great social media as well. You know, like he has a TikTok channel. You know, he runs a motel in Jersey. Besides, you know, helping us here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. So check out him as well. That's from me. I'm here for the rest of the open mic. Thank you.
Give it up for Ron. He's going to start making TikToks. Yeah, he's going to do all the dances and stuff. It's going to be hilarious. Go follow Ron. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you do some choreography, Ron. Okay. Let's go. I know I asked everybody and I wrote it down, but let's go backwards on this list, okay? On deck, we got Remy. Is that okay? Okay, you're next, but coming up to the mic, we have MJ. Give it up for MJ again. Woo! MJ gonna rock the mic. Pull up on us.
A duplex is a 14-line poem. This poem is a duplex poem that is inspired by Jericho Brown, because up until meeting him, I did not know what a duplex poem was. 14 lines. Each line is no shorter than 9 syllables, no longer than 11 syllables. The first line of the poem will end the poem. I get lonely in crowded rooms most times, bobbing for apples and depth of character. My favorites. Apples and depth of character. No, I didn't learn the latest TikTok dance. I didn't learn the latest TikTok dance. May I be weird and a seeker while here? A weird, clear seeker right here. Seeking out joy while actualizing the dream. Joyful while actualizing the dream. And used to the unpopular opinions. I move as an unpopular opinion. To the left, swipe. Tinder didn't have my type. Swipe after swipe, Tinder couldn't find my type. So I get lonely in crowded rooms most times. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing again. It takes a lot to share once, but to go again, I think you're nice and warmed up, feeling a little bit more confident. Thank you so much for sharing that piece. All right, on deck, we got Estella, right? Estella, you ready? But wait, hold on, we got Remy first. Give it up for Remy, y'all. Yes. Talk about boost the confidence, huh? Just as promised. Here, go.
Oh boy, so I'm pretty nervous. So I used to go to Nuyorican's when I was 17, 18 years old, and I never imagined I'd be up here doing this. So Estella, this is definitely for you, and only for you. Okay, so this is a short story I wrote. Okay, let's go for it. Captain Roger was brusque. Constant bombardment of sharp, cold wind whisked moisture away from his alligator skin. The sea air was so thick with salt that it seemed to collapse on the skin like snowflakes, ripping away any water that gives the flesh a jellied feel. The saline breath of whatever created this bluish sphere made skin the color of a corpse. His hands looked and felt like coarse sandpaper, and rarely saw water and soap conjure up a sudsy magic. They were dense with cross-hatched grooves, healed moments of knife defense, which contradicted the palm's natural folding points. These things did work, hard work. They were the interface, the silent hello to tangible things, some that he thought would be killed in an instant, and others that were soft and lovely, often cringing under his rough touch. He wanted to always be within his lover's cloud, her aura, the space, the radius where her smell and animal magnetism can pierce his senses. Her touch was empty these days as she slept soundly in his quarters, when the sun was out and even when it wasn't. The sweet quake of the boat, victim to swaddling waves, rocked her to constant unconsciousness. She would go missing when she lost interest in Moroccan camel skins and Egyptian cotton, allowing only the stars to map her movement. When the captain couldn't find her, he would question. He questioned the crew one by one, and took a feverish, repeated head count, always worried he counted someone twice. He felt like the whole ship answered at once. They all thought he was going mad. It was his eyes. They were wild and glassy and reddened with capillary webbing. Faces seemed to morph right in front of those orbital bone stones, actually dead and lifeless in his skull, despite the rage they portrayed, thickening and confusion of who was actually present. After night upon night of barking to a line of men, he convinced himself this method was useless and that when she went missing, his mind would never allow him to be sure that every man was in his field of vision during this roll call. When those limeys slept and his eyes were the only open eyelids, so he thought, Roger would stomp on the wooden deck when the rain beat down, buttressing himself on the bulwark as the tempest fought to drink. He felt it a baptism by sea, torn tricorn pressing the broken brim against his stubbly cheeks under the weight of bulbous drops at max velocity. Mumbling to himself, he threw blows into the air, hands clenched so tightly into a fist that their reddish beige color was bleached white. Ash-crusted fingernails dug into scarred palms until they bled. The drops fell quietly to the deck, sizzled, and left distorted, quarter-sized pockmarks in the wood. The nights of waltzing like this were over. Instead of pacing, he walked with intention now. Instead of a closed, empty fist, a gnarled ivory handle pressed in his palm. The dimpled, rusty blade sprouted in a parabolic curve from the sculpted elephant tusk. The orange beard sickle glinted in a moonlight embedded in an inky sky. Roger worked those boys so hard that day to purposely wrap them in the deepest sleep, eyes darting under closed lids and brains in dreams. He moved so stealthily, pausing in between throat slashings, appearing like a shadow caked on the wall, a bent silhouette when at room corners. 20 men killed in silence weighed his already heavy soul down. It nailed it to the floor. It could barely move anywhere in space, body baking in the sun, clothes putrid with the smell of spoiled blood. No one could touch her now, not even him. There's more, but we'll stop it there.
Give it up for Remy, y'all. Yo, thank you so much for sharing that. Pull up to another Nuyorican, especially one of our open mics, and read the whole Odyssey, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, on deck, we have Kerosene. Kerosene, you still here? There you are. You're on deck. You're next. But coming to the microphone, give it up for Estella, y'all. Yes. Thanks for coming. Love your shirt.
Thank you.
It's a nice one. All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Go get him.
I'm terrified right now. I made this like a few seconds ago, but the bird sings, but the humans cry. Life is like a blanket that doesn't fit right. Even when you try to fit it, it just doesn't sit right. When you push, pull, and tug, you won't get it right, so you cry, because it was never meant to be right. Just like life, it will never work out all right, but that's fine, because nothing was meant to be right. Thank you.
Cool. Heck yeah. Thank you so much, Estella. Super brave of you to share that. That was very enlightening. Thank you so much. All right, on deck, we got Kayvon. Kayvon, you still here, bud? All right, coming up to the microphone, we got Kerosene, y'all. Kerosene. An applause all the way up. I see a camera there. Go get him,
Kerosene. Respect to all the poets in the place, scene. At the blazing Kerosene on the scene. Big up to my wife, Kiki, Raheem, my son, Kayvon. Well, I didn't actually name this piece. It's just a cry for less division and more peace. Eh? It name love of my religion, me hail from earth. My race is human, man I'm hail from birth. My politics are freedom and peace on earth. War and division just make matters worse. Me say love of my religion, me hail from earth. My race is human, man I'm hail from birth. My politics are freedom and peace on earth. War and division matters worse. Yo, listen me, country, race and religion just bring division. But me have a 2020 vision where give me a mission for proposition. Man, fit try cooperation over opposition. Because a house divided against itself shall fall. Same thing with a planet, but the stakes not so small. Let's unite and do right for one and all before we put we back against the wall. Love of my religion, me hail from earth. My race is human, man I'm hail from birth. My politics are freedom and peace on earth. War and division matters worse. It's like man of a desperation for war and separation. Orders and borders, nations against nations. Two world wars still a rock the same plans. Who have the greatest weapons? Instead of ending the poor people's sufferation, ending homelessness and starvation, reroute the cash from the ammunitions. Human, be humanitarians. Love of my religion, me hail from earth. My race is human, man I'm hail from birth. My politics are freedom and peace on earth. War and division matters worse. Yo, the spice of life is variety. The difference is bright in society. But they give the racists them anxiety. Them turn Karens and gain notoriety. Another thing, big pharma needs scrutiny. Side effects includes death and ills new to me. Them not go stop it at them profit, that not cool. See me, no see what them a do to we. That's why I love my religion, me hail from earth. Bless up, see?
Big up to Kerosene. Give it up for Kerosene, blowing us all away with that hot fire. Thank you so much for sharing that. And now we know where Kayvon gets some of his talent from, huh? Look at that. I love It's a Family Affair over at the International Center of Photography. On deck, we got Martin. Martin, you still here, bud? There you are. So coming up to the stage, give it up for Kayvon, y'all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayvon, and my poem is about the MTA. Taking an MTA train is a unique experience on its own, with unpredictable behavior that has made me laugh and groan. Passengers make their grievances vocal as the express train becomes local. On most days, the express is the faster way unless there is a delay. Those who believe in God share their religious jargon, while candy sellers walk through train cars looking for riders who want to bargain. I either sit or stand around people I don't know who watches or ignores an impromptu show. I take a seat while someone uses 3 like it's a bed instead. I once heard that a train ride can either be a mission or an adventure, but this depends on how you see it. Like life, it's important to have a clear view of your destination for how you see fit. While everybody is moving and trying to find their own way, is just another day taking the MTA. If you have taken a train before, you have heard this for sure. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Thank you.
Woo! And Kayvon still got them stickers through too. $3. $3 a pop for Kayvon. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. On deck we got Court. Court, you still here? Court's still here right in the front. Up to the mic. We got Martin, y'all.
Oh, believe it or not, I have something about the MTA too, but. Okay, this is titled Year of the Dragon, We Were Born. A ride on the bus, coming to see you. D train was the next transfer, E would be next. S train would get there faster, but has signal problems. Gee, how I miss you, girl. Heck, you live far. I don't mind. Just to be with you kind of gets me warm inside. Love the feel of you. Never thought you would be the one. October was when we met. Pleased me to this day. Question I have for you. Response, it's not necessary. Shall we continue this? Time after time I wondered. Universally matched, very much soulmates. Yearning to be at your doorstep. X was the platform we posted our love poems. Year of the Dragon, we were born. Zoom along, I wish I could tell the bus driver. But we were stuck in Times Square. Apparently another shooting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Martin. That's why I drive into the city. Hey, okay. Oh, we got another victim. Did I say victim? I meant another performer. Yes, thank you so much for. Okay, so you're on deck then, bud. All right, meaning you're gonna be next. Just you can find your poem, find your short story or whatever. On deck we got Emilio. Where are you, Emilio? There you are. Hey, on deck. You're on good in the batter's box. Okay. Coming up to the mic, we got Court. Give it up for Court, y'all, with another poem. Maybe Court's gonna sing. I'm sorry, Court. I'm sorry for disrespecting. Here we go.
No, I'm gonna do a poem. Cliche. Okay. Switch up the vibes a little bit, but something I need to release, so I'm gonna spit it. I have really good friends, like really good friends. Friends who have gone to the gym just so they're strong enough to pick me up. Friends who laugh with me and feed me and cry with me and such. Beautiful souls that let me know when I need to shut the fuck up and leave him alone. They're home. Some are friends, however, only stayed just to avoid the end after I rejected them and didn't let them hit. They stayed where they can fit, never gave them a permit to enter me. Now they center the friendship around trying to laugh their way into my pants. And they'll wait on the sidelines for me to give them the chance, say they're praying for me, but they're really praying on me. Inviting me out to get drunk, waiting until I'm weak enough. What the fuck? I know I'm a pretty girl. I know my smile lights up the room and the fumes of my aura are captivating, activating your testosterone, but I'm just the homie, or at least I'm supposed to be. Don't get too close to me, cock blocking the dudes that approach me, cause you want me all to yourself. So I ask myself, when will my friendships not stem from sexual attraction or the action of trying to possess me? Obsessed, we are good friends. I fuck with you, I do, but because I won't fuck you, I lose the chance to have genuine connections, cause you're more worried about your erection. My objection isn't enough for you. I can tell your teachers told you, you get what you get and you don't have a fit. And you take what you can get, vacuuming the good person out of me, objectifying me. I'm the fish that's hard to catch, the baby that won't latch. This isn't an act. This isn't a game of I hide, you seek, and no, you shouldn't try again next week. We're supposed to be friends. And if you want to be an actual friend, you'd fight off the guys trying to approach me, but not for your own selfish needs, for my safety. To make sure I'm not taken advantage of, but it's you who I need protection from. It's you who tries to take advantage, or maybe I'm the cause of all this damage. Wait. Because as predatory as you are, anyone can see from afar that I like to be chased. I soak up the attention like a plant soaks up the sun, a fitness girly on a run, so maybe it's me planting the seeds of these counterfeit friendships, not cutting the weeds when I need, because I like to get high. Letting plants grow around the gates of my boundaries won't let them hit, but I will bat an eye, sprinkle a little water so they're not left completely dry. I own pruning shears, but they're never near, because my teachers told me growing up, you get what you get and you don't have a fit, and I take what I can get, taking surface level friendships from people who just want to hit. I am the fish that's hard to catch, the baby that won't latch, because the fish wants the bait but won't bite. The baby wants the milk despite I like the attention, but fuck your erection. No, I'm not easy, don't plan on pleasing you. No, I'm not a hoe, just an attention whore. Who wants a real friend, who doesn't center the friendship around trying to enter me, but I guess needless to say, it's me. You may be a bad seed, but I dig the hole, you bury yourself, I water you, letting you grow around the gates of my boundaries surrounding me. Maybe it's time I pull out those pruning shears. Thank you. Thank y'all. If you didn't catch it, you can find me on Instagram at through.sees.lens. Once again, that's through.sees.lens. Thank y'all.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Court. That wasn't a Taylor Swift song at all. What's going on? Well, actually, maybe. She is coming out with a new album. We don't know. We still have time for some more performers. Would anyone like to go? Oh, yeah, Alex. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Alex. Why didn't give it up for Alex, y'all. Alex was here.
I'd like to share with you, Love is a Pebble. I know. Well, it's a rose by any other name. Love is a pebble. Love is not a burden like Sisyphus. It comes not in waves like a tsunami. Its intent is not destruction to sink ships or dreams. Love in its essence is gentle, not rough. It shines bright, thermoluminescence. Love is meant to delight. It is easy. That is its might. It fights not within itself and cannot be wrong because it is right. Love in its ontology proves bearable lightness of being, because when we are seeing beauty and goodness, no need ever for apology. Love is imbued with every atom of every existence, yet able to be held in the palm of your heart. Love does not end when it begins, like a friend who exists and lives forever in memory. Love is weightless, so all may carry, yet filled with richness. It is true, never ambiguous. Love creates the universe, everything which is incredible, but not out of grasp. Love is a pebble on a blade of grass. Thank you.
Give it up for Alan, y'all. Looks like an Alex to me, but his name is actually Alan. Okay, so we got, anyone else want to get on this list? You still got time, because Emilio's going to come up and rock the mic right now and shut this place down. Give it up for Emilio, y'all. Woo!
You know my body. Whose man is this? You jacking me or clapping me? You got me dummy tight. So don't make it hot, boy. It's brick, ass, and titties. You finna jack him. I swear to God, I'm gonna get you touched. I'm gonna put my hands on him. You blowing my shit. It's hella deep. I'm gonna crack your ass. Trying to get popped? On my mama? Thank you.
Okay, anyone else would like to step up to the mic? You? No? You got something? No? Anybody else? MJ, you got something else? MJ got another piece. And I think I got a poem too after MJ. Give it up for MJ, y'all.
Anybody know what an underdog is? Yell it out. What you got? What's an underdog? What? Dark horse. Okay. Not the direction I was going, but I'm with you. Okay. Why is this so short? Holy moly. I'm so sorry. Let's just do this. An underdog is usually a team, a race, a person who's, I'm sorry? Perfect example, Forrest Gump. A person who's usually expected not to win. They're counted out, right? So this piece is for all the underdogs. So if you have ever found yourself an underdog, you found that you were counted out, or you counted yourself out, because that's a thing too, right? This poem is for you. Backstories of pain, faith, and fortitude is what I once painted all my canvases with. No more eating peanut butter and jealousy sandwiches. Nah, only healthy snacks on the menu now. And let me get that abstract thinking in a side order, flow. No, not to go, don't bag it up, because this is for here. We gonna stay. And keep the party going, okay? Yes, there's nothing but net, y'all, so come on, let's shoot our shots. But tap me on the shoulder, should it look like I ever forgot? We're here to do big things that fuel our spirits. Just because they loud and all don't mean that we got to hear it. I hope you see us, world, because we're going to see you. Equipped with all the things that y'all said we'd never do. The boom will enter the room as you touch, see, feel the rise of us. We're not allowing our dreams to die inside of us. Inside of us. Our dreams will not die inside of us. Underdogs for the win.
Give it up for the underdogs and all of us. Wow, thank you so much for sharing that piece. MJ featured just now. I think we should give it up for MJ. Straight up featured the whole thing. As a proper host, I've been taking notes. I have. All right, I know a few of you left already, but these are some of the lines and bars and stuff that stuck out to me and really spoke to this theme. There was a theme to this mic today. It was community, right? A feeling of fellowship with others. That's what community means, as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. And you're all part of the poetry community today because you shared things like, I see the heart of diversity. It's what ticks in me. I love that line. Thank you so much for sharing that. Also, Martin's and Remy's stories, right? Thank you so much for sharing those stories. Oh, Martin left already. Love the zombie thing. That was pretty tight. And his MTA story and Remy's story as well. The storytellers are so integral for community. They tell the stories of the community and share history. So thank you so much for sharing your stories, even if it wasn't necessarily in a poetic form or anything like that. It was really beautiful. It wasn't her life she fought for. It was the life of her kids. That was pretty good. That I'm Ready for Love cover, I mean, that was tight. That NDRE song, we love that song. That's in my Spotify playlists. Like pocketbooks, women carry chaos inside. We remember that, chat? That was pretty good. When I see a woman without a smile, I'm quick to offer mine. That's so important for community. We hold each other up. We build each other up, right? I may have to say goodbye to a closed casket. Those kind of traditions, right? Closure and grief and all that. That's how we maintain community, right? Those kind of traditions. Thank you for sharing that, Court. What would personal growth be without pain? Who said that? Are they still here? Without personal? Okay, Vaughn with the stickers. That's some deep-ass shit, man. What would personal growth be without pain? That's a good question. Be confident, be smart, be resilient. Who said that? Ron. Thank you so much for sharing that, right? Those positive affirmations, important for community. I get lonely in crowded rooms most times. Yeah, that's some real shit right there. Life is like a blanket that doesn't sit right. My gosh, is that the line of the night? That's the line of the night, Estella, because it's true. Thank you. Keep writing. That was beautiful. Keep on writing. Everything. My politics are freedom and peace on earth. I mean, we heard Kerosene share that. It's true. I'm the fish that's hard to catch, the baby that won't latch. We love that. That was a very empowering story, if anything. Court, thank you so much for sharing that. Love is not a burden like Sisyphus. Love creates the universe, everything which is incredible. It's true. And our dreams will not die inside of us. It's true. It won't be. Shout out to all the underdogs. And of course, thank you so much for sharing today. All of you, give yourself a round of applause. Wow, amazing stuff. Paul, I think, oh my gosh, I'm stretching it. Stretching this time. There's so much time left. Anybody else want to spit? Security guard? No one? Okay, cool. Pull up on us. Spit that security guard poem. Okay, I'll close out with a poem, if that's okay with y'all. Okay. Community. Wow. Yeah. It's what brings us all together, right? And it's important to, of course, notice and honor and tell the story of those on the marginalized in our community, right? The people that a lot of people don't speak about or talk about, the people on the street, the people that are unsheltered and unhoused. Of course, a lot of the pieces that I write and just a lot of the content that I put out online is about a motel that I own in New Jersey. And I come from a father who owned a lot of motels that took care of the marginalized and the people that could not afford things. That's why they call me the motel guy. And you can follow me on socials and follow my story on how I deal with that in the year 2025. But we got to look out for those in the community that no one speaks out for. And something that I grew up watching is my father taking care of these people, and that taught me the big E word. Not elephant, Alan, no. Empathy. Yeah, empathy. It's so important for communities to thrive on empathy, because that's the only way they'll thrive. So this piece is called The Manager's Kid. What is it that radicalize you to consider a standard applies? The basic is fair. The space that we share should be acres of square, full of ample supply. You know? The answer for me, not unlike yours. The lore is the same. Someone modeled it for you to name. Empathy entered itself into frame and was actualized. Follow the thread. The place that I grew up, you went to pursue an honest reset. No complex apartment, but complex in that it was more of a motel. There's a lot to be said about who pull up to that lot and be fed. The manager made it to fit every budget. He'd even say, fuck it, and spot you with them. You and your partner. Empathy entered, and it was my father. The manager mentioned he kept me a part of his business by having me live in the back room. Attached to the office, a towel and vacuum. Don't pity the squalor. Similar growth has been done by the young in such liminal space. The castle was safe. Aside from the dragon that burnt herself up when she lit up her face, you lived through the trauma and covered the breaks. Giving close quarters like cutting a cake next to the TV that played babysitter were monitors showing this business of grace, the security cam. My earliest memory witnessed the shipwrecks that littered the harbor, the family of 5 seeing trouble ahead, needing 2 double beds because eviction had caught them for fishermen's sake. Boats run aground, they're taking on water, anchor is down and there's shit out of lake. I'd watch us unfold, eating cold cherry Pop-Tarts, the CCTV, recording the tape for hours on end. Guest after guest, both white and blue collar, resigned to reside at this highway Valhalla off Route 46. I'd run wild with all the welfare kids. I hated that phrase. My mother, that dragon, described with disdain how the government gave them too many handouts, and my father was not being man of the house. How often his softness would cost him a sale. Sometimes the checks would get lost in the mail. She'd huff till she puffed herself off to a nap. And all that had stuck with me watching it back on the CCTV and the manager's suite with the sink full of roaches I'd catch in my sleep. All this fuss about welfare, fair if you're blind, but when will someone come and care about mine? The addict that's lost in the air of her ways, or the misguided man with too much on his plate. I'd sift through the bias that conspired about, then a knock on the door made from Brian come out. Just been it. There's a limit to depression, I guess. Watching MTV with my friends at the desk. Monique and Jamal, who lived down the hall, whose aunt worked a job that I couldn't recall. They teach me the TLC waterfall dance. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Honk. Please stick to St. Rivers down in lakes down where you. I can't be the only old one. And I know this gonna have it your way or nothing at all. But I think you're moving too fast. And about half a dozen old double Dutch chants. It's like we ran us a summer camp, needless to say. I remember the cabin checks even today, how my father would warn not to enter their room. But how else would we fill up these water balloons with no faucet to tap? We'd be desperate to find one. Besides, what's a big secret to hide from? I'd sneak. Saw what's forbidden to see. The welfare kids were living like me. Same ugly curtain. Same broken pulley. Certain exceptions, theirs weren't drawn fully. To block out a world that wouldn't have tread in a place where you had to sleep foot to a head. I resisted to push back the paddle of shade, because I knew that no matter how much we relate, it's a matter of fate. It's callous as shit. They'll have to move out. I'm the manager's kid. What is it? consider a standard to live. Because they just cut funds to all manners of this. Because they just cut programs to all manners of this. Because they just cut aid to all manners of this. Lay down your privilege. The battles we lose. I think it's about time. And you know what they say? Well, when it's, what is the line? What is the line? I had this prepared and everything. It's like, at the end of the day gonna end, right? When I say at the end of the day, you say the day gonna end. At the end of the day, but when I say day by day, it gets better and better, right? Day by day. All right, and now you're better. Isn't that nice? Thank you so much for joining us here at another Nuyorican Poets Cafe event. And of course, shout out to the International Center of Photography. Thank you so much to our staff. Get up for Paul, y'all. Of course, Ron here on his day off. Get up, give it up for yourselves who read multiple times. And of course, all the staff here at this wonderful institution. I think you still got time to peruse the galleries and stuff like that before Community Day is over. But tap in, Nuyorican.org, or follow us on Nuyorican Poets Cafe on Instagram. Come see me and Court, perhaps, and Paul at a slam this Monday and every single Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe Slam is a wonderful event to see some world-class poetry. 15 poets enter, 1 poet leaves with $20. It's freaking insane. So please